Hustle Gang's very own Tokyo Jetz checking in. You are tuned in with Sky Level Media.
Hey everybody, what's up? This is Shay Rodriguez here with Sky Level Media, and I am here with
Tokyo Jetz.
Tokyo. I'm super excited to meet you because I've been jamming to Sunshine Baby for the past at least week. I love your accent, so I'm trying to do one time but a one time. I like that.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So let's talk about your debut EP, Viral.
Mm-hmm.
Why that title? Talk about social media and how that's kind of helped catapult you into success aside from your talent.
I think that's more so the reason why I'm where I am today. It's the reason why I'm with Grand Hustle. It's the reason my career is where it is. Basically, I had a video that went viral. Mm-hmm. The first blog I did in my car, actually, off of Yo Gotti's DM, and it hit like 1 million views in a day. Mm-hmm. Kudos. But from me doing that video in my car, I gained success, gained where I am now, and basically got attention from T.I., Rick Ross, Timbaland, a lot of people in the industry. So I think social media in itself is what I owe my career to. I wouldn't say it's my talent. I just think I made a video about stuff that people felt was controversial, and they argued about it, and it just happened to go viral. Mm-hmm. My talent was second.
No, your talent is definitely first.
No, with that, my talent was second. With that, my talent was second. I just think I spoke on something that a lot of people had strong opinions about. Mm-hmm. And I just happened to do it in a way that shined. And I'm here now.
Definitely. So is that why the project itself is called Viral?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's dope. Talk about Sunshine Baby, the video. I loved it. It looks so fun. Did you go back home to shoot that? To Florida?
Of course. Initially, they wanted me to shoot the video in LA, and I wanted to be able to shoot it where I could involve people in the same city that I'm from, and my family, and people that are actually from Florida. I wanted to shoot a video about Florida in Florida, which made sense to me. But they're both Florida and LA are the same vibe. I don't know if you've ever been, but they're the same vibe. You probably couldn't tell the difference if I did the video either or. But I wanted people in my city to be able to experience the video with me. But it was a lot of fun. The whole beach scene was my idea. We had water guns, we had water balloons, we had a real water fight at the beach. And then from the beach scene, we went to a block party. We had a whole block party set up for the video, and we had a lot of other people to come out, a lot of the artists that are from Duval. They came out and got cameos, of course, and the whole thing was fun though. And then it ends with Hustle Gang.
Of course. How did that feel for you to be able to go back home with Hustle Gang on your back? That's you now.
It's amazing, but even before the Hustle Gang situation, my city respected me as an artist. So it's just an extra oomph, but I've already gained their respect, which is I think the hardest thing for someone to do in entertainment. To get the respect of your city, that's usually something that people get last.
Definitely.
But they love me, so.
I mean, to get the respect of your city, and you're a female rapper,
right.
To get respect as a female rapper, did you pull from any female rappers as far as inspiration? Because if you think about it, Nicki Minaj came down to Atlanta first before she got bubbling in New York. Mm-hmm. And it was a little harder for her to get the respect of her city first. Right. But, now New York, they won't disown her. They love her. Did you draw from any inspiration? Trina. Trina has a big fan base in Florida.
Right. I would say I definitely had some inspiration from Trina just because that's the music I grew up on. But outside of Trina, I would say Mia X. That's one of the people in the rap industry that I felt wasn't afraid to speak on stuff that females typically don't speak on. Mm-hmm. She wasn't just rapping about sex, or she wasn't just rapping about stuff that she felt would be appealing to a male. She was rapping about stuff that she went through, experiences. I would say Lauryn Hill also. But anyone that I feel any female that's in the music industry has inspired me, because you have to be strong to do this.
Definitely.
People come from every way to try to like tear you down and take away from your talent and make it seem like you're where you are because of the way you look or because of sex or you know, stuff like that, when it's not the case. So I feel like if you're able to do this, you can do anything. So anyone who's done this before me or who's doing it now, I'm inspired.
So do you think there's more than just those kind of two categories of female rappers? Because that is a big thing. It's either you're like over-sexualized or you're super conscious, it seems like, the ones that make it. Do you feel like there's that happy medium?
I feel like I'm in between. Like, I can rap about sex. I can rap about stuff that I've been through because it's my life and I can tell that story. I can be conscious and I can rap about Black Lives Matter, stuff like that. Like, I feel like I can rap about anything. So I definitely feel like there's an in-between between those two.
Okay, so since we talked about a little this or that, let's play a little game.
Okay.
See, so your fans can get to know you a little bit more. This or that, sneakers or heels?
Sneakers, of course.
Okay, you a Jordan fan?
Of course.
Your favorite pair of Jordans?
Probably the 11s.
Okay, the 11s. Okay, so sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on, or you like to get glammed up, dressy?
I like to do both, though. Like, if I'm just, like, leaving out of the house, I'm going to, of course, just tie my hair up and put on some sweatpants and some Jordans. But I like to be fine, too.
Okay.
So it's a mixture.
Sweatpants. When you're talking to a guy, do you rather talk on the phone, text, or FaceTime?
I hate texting. I don't respond.
No.
I don't respond. I'm like the worst. I probably like FaceTime. Like I'll FaceTime somebody before I call them. Like even if it's just me seeing like where you are, I'm gonna FaceTime you. I hate texting you back. I'm not texting back. I respond like the next day. I'm bad. It sounds bad saying it, but yeah, I respond super late. I don't really answer my phone calls, and then I FaceTime all the time. So yeah.
When you're with a guy, are you like kind of like on him all the time? Do you feel yourself being like, oh, I need to see you? No,
I'm not that person. But like people are generally like drawn to me. Like I'm just a real chill, goofy person. So if I'm talking to a guy, it's like we're bonding, like we're friends at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can kick it, but I'm not the clingy type.
No, not the clingy type.
Nah.
Okay. Well, speaking of your fans and your audience getting to know you a little bit more, My Story, that was a personal record.
Right.
What was the writing process like that for you?
That was hard for me to do because I've always felt like I didn't want to like rap about stuff that I've been through. Like I felt like I didn't want to let people know that because I felt like with rap, people are always like giving you the glitz and glam. Like people don't tell you where they were before, like the cars, before like all the women, before all the money. Like I felt like I didn't want to speak on that because I felt like people would look at me different. But one day I woke up and I said, fuck it, let's do it. And people fell in love with it. That was another video that hit 1 million views in like 2 days, I think. And so many people related, and that made me realize like this is stuff that I have to speak on because people are actually going through the same thing.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was my first time ever actually like exposing stuff that I've been through. Like I spoke on a lot of stuff that people who are close to me didn't even know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How did your family react to hearing that record? Did you let them hear it first?
No, it went viral first.
Oh.
And some people felt some type of way.
Yeah.
Like in the song, I speak on my mom having cancer. And that wasn't something that everyone in my family knew. So, yeah, she was upset that I let everyone know that. But from my point, it was basically a note to her. Like, in the song, it says, cancer's running through my mama, but she still smoked. Like, that's a wake-up call to you, like, stop. But, I mean, she took it a different way. Now she's a little bit more adjusted to it, but because it's not going away. But I had that situation with her. As far as everything else, I spoke on a friend of mine drowning who I called my little brother, and his family loves the song. And
What about your dad?
he hasn't said anything, but he loves my music.
Okay. Well,
But me and my dad are a lot closer than me and my mom, so my dad knows that, and he also used to do music too.
Okay.
So he knows that was something that was hard for me to do, and it wasn't like it wasn't like I said anything in the song to, grow with my music. Like that was just me expressing stuff that I was going through and expressing how I felt. So he's a little bit more he accepts my music and what I do a little bit more than my mom.
What about your siblings? Because you have 3 siblings,
I do.
2 older brothers and a little sister, right? Yes, girl. What about your siblings? What did they think of that song in particular?
They love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything that I went through, they went through it at the same time.
Of course, yeah.
So they support me to the fullest, and they're with anything that I'm doing with my music.
Okay. You have your family support, you have your fan support, you have your friend support. But there's these people we like to call trolls on social media, in the comments, and you react a little bit. I saw someone made a comment about your freestyle. I think it was for Streets, and you was like, and I was like, ooh, yes, she's a lyricist. Like, you don't, she's not letting that go. How does that affect you?
I don't respond to everything, and I don't ever want people to feel like something that they say to me on the internet changes how I feel about me or how I look at me. Like, nothing you say or do is going to change the money that I make, how I support my family, and the way that I choose to do that. But I just hate the fact that people are so comfortable with expressing these opinions with no credentials. Yeah, they're not asked for, and you also have no credentials. Like, who asked you for this? So when I respond to you, you're offended, of course, and then you respond and you're like, oh, you need to be the bigger person. No, I don't have to be. I'm sorry. I don't have to be, and I'm not choosing to be. So I'll say what I say, and then I'll block you when I'm done.
Does it bother you more if they attacked your craft? Because anyone could say anything about a picture, but if they say something about like your lyrics or whether you're freestyling or not, does that bother you more?
None of it bothers me. And most of the time when I respond, it's like I'm joking back. Like, I say something that makes me laugh. I'm corny. I laugh at my own jokes. But I'll say something that makes me laugh, and they usually don't get offended until all of my fans, like, laugh with me.
Jump on,
Yeah, and then they respond as well. But nothing bothers me. I would be bothered if it was maybe someone that I knew personally that had something to say, and then they decided to express those feelings or thoughts on social media. Maybe that would make me feel some type of way, but you're a million miles away, and you're probably sitting in a dark room somewhere with a fake profile up of somebody you want to be. Like, no.
You hear that? Jed, 2367892. We don't care what you think.
_
So let's hop back to viral. You have Sunshine Baby out.
Right.
You have My Story. 2 other tracks that, like, are going to be surefire bangers for either the radio, your fans.
First is the Same as that song that I have with Tip and Trade the Truth. It's just like a melody that's going to stick in your head. I promise you, when you hear the song, you're going to be walking around all day like, But that song is so dope, and it just, like, fell out of the sky is weird how it came about. The second song I would say is probably Boyfriend, and I like put a preview of it on my Instagram, and it went crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and I originally wasn't putting it on my album, and I decided to put it on my album because of how crazy the video went. But that song is so dope. That's my favorite song right now.
That's your favorite song?
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about collaborations.
Right.
What other collabs and producers kind of hopped on the project that you're really, really excited to share?
I am probably most excited about my producer, T&K, the monster, being on there. He's somebody who's from Jacksonville as well. And he's someone who I've been working with since I, like, first started recording. Like, he's someone who supported me from the beginning. Back when I thought I couldn't rap, he thought I could rap. And I took a hiatus from music as well. And he was someone who would, like, text me every other day, like, let's go to the studio. You need to be recording. You need to be writing. So I'm excited about him being on the project and him being able to be put on that same platform as me, so that people can, reach out to him the same way they reach out to me and know that he's dope as well. He just hasn't had a chance to break through yet. So that's probably what I'm most excited about as far as producers. But outside of that, I have production from Rara, who is a part of Hustle Gang. He does music and he also produces. Also Mars, who is with Grand Hustle, and then another producer by the name of Matt Tastic, who is also like an independent producer who I've been working with for a while.
Okay. So We Want Smoke. That sounds so.
We do.
It sounds so exciting. It sounds like when you hear it, you're about to get riled up because it's just going to be like a community project for Grand Hustle. Why is it so important for Grand Hustle to put out We Want Smoke?
I think it's like a showcase to the world, like what we've been doing. And I feel like everybody who's a part of Grand Hustle is the best at what they do. Like, I feel like I'm the best female rapper that's out there. I feel like Book is the best like rapper from Atlanta, like hype artist. I feel like London is the best like singer, songwriter, like that's in that lane. I feel like Trans Lee is the best conscious rapper that's out there. I feel like all of us are the best at what we do. And then Rara, of course, is the best trap rapper. And then we have Tip, who's the king of the South. So I just think that it's gonna be like a part of history at this point. I'm not sure if I don't think there's ever been like a female that's been a part of the Hustle Gang projects that they put out previously, but I'm here, of course. So I just feel like it's gonna be something that blows up, and of course everyone is gonna love it. All of the music is dope because all of us are dope.
Of course. Talk about the energy and the vibe in the studio when you guys get together. Is it a competition? Do people come out and be like, nah, they just went him, I gotta go back and redo my verse?
Have you been there before?
No.
It sounds like you've been there. But it's definitely a competition. You cannot let Young Dro go last because he killed
everything.
What? They don't like for me to go last because they say I attack dudes in all my verses. But I'm like, everybody else like goes into the booth and they can like freestyle in the booth. I don't know if you've ever like experienced it, but they all can do that. But I'm the person that's like sitting there writing. Okay. So as they're like preparing themselves to freestyle, I'm like, I'm done. So I'm usually done first, and I'm like, let me go do my verse. And I like set the tone for everybody else. And they have to, of course, get with me.
So are you writing down on pen and pad? Are you doing the Drake BlackBerry route?
Handy dandy iPhone.
Okay, and it's blinged out.
If this thing ever like goes out, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
But yeah, in my iPhone and my notepad.
Okay. So they say that you attack dudes in your rhymes. Yeah. Be honest. Do you think that you kind of do that a little bit?
I mean, I feel like I'm speaking for women that didn't have a voice for a long time. Like in every other song you hear, fuck these bitches. Like you every other song you hear rappers degrading women, but who's gonna speak up for us?
Very true.
Tokyo. I'll do that. But yeah, they've been doing it for so long, so I don't think it should be a problem now that I'm defending us and I'm
definitely
telling y'all about all the messed up stuff that y'all do.
But you know they don't like to look in the mirror.
No, I'm gonna put the mirror in your face, on your forehead.
But female rap is in such a good place right now. Right. Who are some females that you kind of look at and be like, okay, like we could run this together. We could own the next 5 years together.
Love Cardi B. Girl.
Bodak Yellow? Okay.
These is blood shoes.
Yes.
But yeah, I love Cardi B. Like, I think I love her because of how ratchet she is. And I think she's okay with being ratchet. Like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like people want to present artists in a light that isn't that. So I know that whatever label she's on or whatever publicist she has, I know that they tried to, take that away from her, but I feel like that's what makes her dope. And she's just okay with being ratchet, so I love her because I'm ratchet too.
Two more ladies that you...
I love Trina again, of course, because I'm from the South. That's the music I grew up on, Trick and Trina. And another dope female, I would definitely have to say Nicki, just because not just the music, just the barriers that she broke. You gotta respect it.
Definitely, and it's not just a Southern thing. I love Trina and Trick too. Slip and Slide had them bangers. Okay,
I mean we grew up on that though.
Yes, we did. And Trina, I feel like Trina was the first woman from the South that I felt owned her sexuality.
Right.
Because Kim, Lil' Kim was there when we were growing up. She definitely did it, but Trina did it in another way.
Right.
She was the baddest, and it was just...
Right.
She's got you hyped. Like.
I still listen to Trina now.
Yes. What else can we expect from you the second half of 2017 outside of your project coming out viral?
Well, outside of Viral, which drops August the 2nd. We have the Hustle Gang project, which comes out in September. And I also have a whole lot of dope visuals that'll be coming from Viral. And then in October, I'm going to put out another mixtape, which is my birthday month.
Okay.
And I'm doing a birthday tour, which is something I do every year.
I was going to ask you, are you touring?
Yeah, I'm going to do a birthday tour. It's just like me visiting a whole lot of cities and turning up. Not so much, performing, just celebrating my birthday the whole month of October.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Right. But I'm putting out a mixtape in October, which is like basically the ratchet side of me. Like the album is the conservative side and we're going to turn up a little bit. We're going to be cute. But the mixtape is like shots of Patron, stand on the couch, that Tokyo.
So do you think the album is for more so newcomers just learning about Tokyo Jetz, and then your mixtape will cater to your hardcore day one fans that like know you?
I mean, I feel like they can both listen to either or. My day one fans know that my story comes from a blog I did, and they know that came out over a year ago, and they've been waiting on that. So I feel like they're gonna love Viral regardless. And then everybody loves my blogs, so that's more so what the mixtape is wrapped around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Last question: does Yo Gotti still hit you up and talk about that DM blog that you did?
We still buzzing. That's still buzzing. Like when I perform, I still have to perform that song. But nah, it's over.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, you guys, we're wrapping it up. It's Shay Rodriguez and Tokyo Jetz with Sky Level.